Hey cuties! What is my life on YouTube? Today I am going to be doing a question video, a story time, a question as to what is my life? Did this actually happen to me? I'm just gonna tell you guys the story of what happened to me this past weekend, okay? The X, or the exhibition, it's like a fair that comes to my city once a year for approximately 5 to 6 days. And there's like games, rides, food, things like that. You guys know it's like a fair, like an exhibition. I went with my mom and we just went there for food, just to hang out, to kind of just like, my mom hasn't been to the X for years. Anyway, it's probably kind of not really part of the story of what the title is. I asked Alton, he was like, man, he doesn't really like the X. My mom asked my dad and he's like, no, just bring me back some food. And we're like, but we're going anyway to eat food. Anyway, no one wanted to come, so it was just me and my mom, which a lot of people say that me and my mom are vulnerable. I kind of get a little offended of this, but I hear from like countless amounts of people that, well, they're kind of scared of me and my mom going to a place together because we're small and we're easily, I was like, what the fuck? Like, we got out of the car and we're at the X. I love to wear little skimpy outfits, so of course I get attention, which I know it's gonna happen, right? I'm not there looking for the attention. I just like to wear what I like, but I understand that there's gonna be like male attention, female attention, there's gonna be all this kind of attention on me. I get it, but I wear it and do what I love anyway, do you know what I mean? In a respectful way, like I'm respectful to people. I'm not like having everything out, but I wore like little shorts and like a two-piece outfit from Fashion Nova. That's what I wore. About halfway through us being at the X, we're walking like through, like cutting through, because there was a big lines up for like corn dogs or something like that. And there was this group that I could see a little further past, and it was a bigger group of maybe like 16, 17, 18, around that age, and there was a big group of them. One of the guys was like, there was a trees around and they're like little skinny trees, and he was like grabbing onto the trees and like shaking it and like singing and dancing and kind of like not really there. Do you know what I mean? Like they look like a fun group, honestly, to be honest. But this one guy was like kind of going crazy. This other girl was like kind of just dancing on the spot, which is not like, I don't really like judge people, but you could see, you could kind of like spot them out because everyone else around that area was like sitting on the benches, like eating snow cones or corn dogs or corn on the cob or something like that, and just like chilling and talking. These people were like kind of like stood out. We were walking like kind of past them, and this one guy like whistled at me, which whatever, I just like kept walking by. And then the other guy, he seemed very sweet. He like popped out. He was maybe like 17 years old. Pops out, and what I mean by pops out is because me and my mom were like, we had our path where we were walking because I wanted Boucador bread, which I don't know if you guys would know if you're watching this, but it's like very good bread, yummy. And it was like right there. So we're walking and he like popped out. What I mean popped out is he literally popped his ass out of this crowd and jumped right in front of me and my mom, and he's like, okay. So the one guy whistles at me that was in his group, and then he pops out and says, "You're so cute. I love your outfit. You look amazing." That's what he said, and I was like, thank you. And as I was like, as I said thank you, because I'm gonna be nice, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, here's my tits, right? Like, I'm not like that girl. We start walking again, he like kind of lurches in front of us, and now this time I'm like, hi! I know I have a cute outfit on, and I know that I look like, you know, some type of way. I know I'm looking like a snack, but can you move away and let me get my snack? There's people around, so I'm not really concerned, which is like your first red flag, you guys. Please always be on the lookout, okay, for people, because you never know what people's intentions are. And then goes, I just really like your outfit. Can I just please have the pleasure of shaking your hand? And I was like, sure, right? Because people shake each other's hands all the time. So I was like, sure. And when I went to shake his hand, because I didn't want to do it with my tattoo arm, because like, you know, it's like, I just got it done a few days earlier. So I went like this, and he went to like immediately shake my hand and like went back. Oh my God, there's so many birds flying by right now. Went back, looked at his other hand, and then shook it. And I was like, and then he shook my hand, right? Okay, a handshake, okay? I'm gonna try to do it, right? You guys know what a handshake is. A handshake is this, and then you go about your merry way, okay? This is his hand, because it's on top, so you guys can see it. And this is my hand. Obviously it's like this, but anyway, I only got one person here to work with. So, shake the hand, and I go to like then pull away, right? Because it's a shake. You don't want to be like a PewDiePie cringe, because I know PewDiePie did a whole video on it of cringy handshakes, so I had that in my head. I was like, don't be a cringy handshake. And this is one PewDiePie would say would be a cringy handshake. So it was a handshake like that, and then I went to pull away, but no, he like held me back, but not like rough, but like kind of like softly rough. Kept it back, still did this, and I was like just looking at him at this point, and he looked kind of like stoned or out of his mind or something like that, but wasn't being like, I mean, this situation people might say, yeah, that is creepy, but he wasn't being creepy. He was being like very nice, and then goes and like rubs my hand like this in like big motions, and then goes kind of harder, and then is like rubbing here, And then that's when I pulled away a little harder because that's now creepy, right? And he's like, you're so beautiful. And I was like, oh, thank you. Like, he may have just trying to be nice, but it literally, the second I pulled away, like I wasn't like, oh, bye. As soon as we pulled away, his friends started high-fiving each other and they were like, ah, like started bursting out laughing. And I was like, okay. I was so confused and we were walking away 3 steps. I took 3 steps and I was like, this hand started tingling. What? I don't want to make it obvious because I don't want to be like, oh my god, right? Because then they're gonna be like, ah, she's feeling something, right? So I kind of just walk away and then I just look down at my hand to see if there's anything on my hand. There isn't that I can see. So I flip it over, there's nothing that's on my hand. And now it is kind of like, not intensely tingling, but tingling. When I use those lip injection things and your lips start tingling, that's kind of like how it was. Instant and long-term lip plumper. It's tingling. It's tingling. Ow. My mom is a drama queen. She is dramatic. She is the queen of drama. Like, not like gossiping drama, but like dramatic. My mom can go from like 0 to 100 real quick. So I said, I don't want you to freak out. But when cause afterwards my mom's like, oh, that was kind of weird anyway. So then literally, cause it was like 3 steps. I don't want to freak you out, but my hand is tingling. And she's like, I had my phone in this hand when he was shaking my hand. So like after he did, I just immediately put my hand in my phone in my other hand, and then I put it back as soon as it started tingling because I thought I didn't want whatever was on my hand to be on my phone. So I put it back and I just put it immediately in my purse. And my mom's like, she didn't freak out, thank goodness, because usually in a situation like that she would, but she said, we need to go take a picture of his face so that if he did drug you and you pass out and fall over right now, I need to have his face on one of our phones. I was like, okay, like I understand that you're like thinking ahead, but I just need to like wash this off right now. Like, he didn't like stab me with something. I mean, I don't do drugs, but they're doing the drugs, people do drugs. Like, it would be, I was at the same time, it was fine. I mean, even though like, ew, like you're not fine, gross, like, but I was like, it would be fine if I got high. Like, I don't even know what the I was saying, like, to be honest with you. I was like, it was fine, like, and I don't do drugs, but I think I was just trying to like calm myself out. I didn't want to freak out because it could have been absolutely nothing, right? So then we go to the bathrooms, which were like right near where we were, and I wash my hands, and as soon as I start washing my hands, the soap started feeling really nice. I don't know. And the water, like when it was warm, I was like, ooh, this is nice. And my mom was like, I'm just gonna go to the washroom anyway because we're in here. And I was just like feeling them. And my mom came out and she's like, are you okay? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. And she's like, wash off your phone too. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna like wash it out. I got like hungry, right? Because we were there to eat and the food tasted so good. And fair food is like, okay, like it's not some like Chef Ramsay shit up in there, you know what I mean? Like it's just like deep fried food and then they serve it to you. So, I mean, I like deep fried food, but I'm telling you that this food tasted so good. I was hungover. Now, if you guys follow my Snap or my Instagram, Twitter, wow, like I just felt like I plugged that all like subconsciously, like Twitter's not Twitter. I tweeted out, oh my god, I drank so much last night. So I was a little hungover, so I wasn't really that energetic. I wasn't in like a really good mood, but I got perky all of a sudden. My hand stopped tingling after I washed it, by the way. So I started like, you know, being really happy. There was these guys flirting with us at the onion place, and I'm like, oh, we want free onions. They were like, our onion's the best, and I was like, can we have a free one then? My dad would be proud of me. And some of you guys came up to me to meet me, actually a lot of you guys did, and I was like, yes, like come take pictures, oh my god, you're so pretty, like, and I was like kind of like, I wasn't being like, I don't know, like anything like that, but I felt like I was being just like overly nice and, oh, come hug me and all, like, not like crazy, like I wasn't like stoned, that's not what I'm trying to say, but just like elevated a little bit. Like I was like a 0 out of 10 and then I was at like a 5 out of 10. Came home after eating, like literally we ate corn dogs and wheel chips, fudge. My mom dropped me off and Dalton was here with his friends. They were doing something like car related or whatever, and he's like, I had matzo sticks at Wing World. I'm like, yum! So I went to like eat them and I ate those too. And then he's like, your eyes look a little weird, like are you okay? And I told him the story with his friend standing there of what happened with the handshake, and right away his friend's like, oh yeah, ecstasy. What? what? And he's like, yeah, it can be transferred from skin to skin. Like it goes in the bloodstream. He goes, that's why you're not allowed to touch pets when you're on ecstasy, because it goes through their fur. And I'm like, what? I said, but I washed my hands after. And he goes, yeah, it absorbs. It may have absorbed just a little bit into your body. Like you may have not got high from it, but you may have got a little bit of a contact from it. Was it ecstasy? So when I heard that, I kind of was like, food tasted so good. When I was washing my hands, I was like, oh, it felt so good. And he's like, yeah, that's probably why when the guy touched your hand, he was rubbing your hand, because you have, Dolphin said, because you have very soft hands. Thanks. But that's what it is like when you're on ecstasy, apparently, is feelings feel really soft and squishy, and time kind of like slips away from you, and you feel really happy, and when you feel sad, you feel really sad. And I was like, okay, well this is cool. I was feeling like normal at that point, you know, but I thought maybe it was just the heat because it was very hot and I was a little dehydrated. I was like, I'm just gonna go and lay down for a bit. I had like a 3-hour nap because I was feeling like drained. And then when I woke up, I was like, and then I felt like I wanted to film the video of my relationship update, which I posted. I will link that just in the video in the description box down below for you guys to see. I said in the video at the very starting I was feeling kind of off because I had been eating really shitty food lately, which is true. 100% sure I've been eating really bad food. I'm just letting you guys know that I'm like murpy right now, like it might look tired. And I was just feeling like blah, but that's when I woke up, and a lot of you guys said, she's stoned in this video. And I was like, I need to make this video right now. I don't even know. The moral of the story is don't shake anyone's hands that you don't know, but like, isn't that like a common thing? Like, oh, nice to meet you, hello. But I think like you have to read the situation. Like if you see people like, you know, you can tell people if some people have been taking drugs or if they're a little off, and somebody like pops out in front of you and then like says, can I shake your hand? Usually it's shaking hands is very organic. Like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Paul, I'm Craig, nice to meet you. Like, goodbye. Not like, oh, hey, you have a cute outfit. Oh, thank you. And then going to walk away. Can I shake your hand? Then it's kind of a red flag. And usually I'm like on top of those things and I'm like, oh, you know, that's okay. Have a good day. Thank you. But when you like have physical interaction with someone, anything can happen, right? He could have had something in his hand or on his body or something, and it could have transferred to me. Yes, I know something happened because right after him, his friends were like, oh yeah, laughing and high-fiving. So I don't know. I don't do drugs. I don't condone drugs. I don't say do drugs. If you do what you do in your life, then that's your life. That was my story. I want to know your opinions, really. Tweet me. Am I just being crazy? Am I being dramatic? Do you think that I actually got a contact? Do you think it was ecstasy? I have a general curiosity about this because it was a little odd. Like it was something I've never experienced before. And just the moral of the story is be safe, be cautious. Don't go like interacting with people that you really don't know. If you can sense a little like standoffishness in yourself, then just go with your gut and how you're feeling and continue on with your day. Just be safe, you guys. Learn from this if you can. Like, I don't quite know what happened, but I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this, and if I have more crazy stories in my life, which I literally go out like once a week, so if I have more stories of that in the future, then I'll let you know. Thumbs up if you do like story time so I know and I can continue doing them, and I love you. Bye!